But the big announcement is who's the starting quarterback. So go ahead, Dan, roll that.
Salter, Julian Lewis.
Feeling darn good about him. We got two guys that are capable of getting the job done. Case Salter's going to start. You guys knew that. I don't know why you played a play. He was going to start. The kid has a ton of experience, dual threat. He can throw the heck out of the ball as well. He's the guy. He's the guy at this point. We're praying and we're hoping that you see some juju periodically through the game as well. We would like to get him some reps as well, but the game predicates that.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's perfect situation for these guys where they're at right now. Caden Salter, dude, he tore it up at Liberty. I don't know if you guys ever really looked into what he did when he was at Liberty. The dude was a monster, an absolute monster. I mean, statistical freak. And for him to come in, Juju, keep in mind, Juju's like 17 years old. The dude is not even 18, I don't think. And young, inexperienced. The only thing, sometimes when you got dudes like Juju, who are five-star recruits, you just say to yourself, well, the only thing that he's missing is playing time experience. So in a perfect world, the game presents you an opportunity to give him a drive or two per game, get that experience in, and let Caden Salter carry as long as you possibly can.
Okay. And then they'll sprinkle him in, so it's not a firm rotation, obviously. We'll see how the game goes. We'll see how the vibe is. That works in college, right? It's not a big deal. No, it's not the first time. Plenty of quarterback rotations kind of work themselves out like that.
I do think like true rotations are really difficult when you're trying to do like every 2 or 3 series. But if you truly are going to play it by the game and you're just going to say, hey, do we have the availability in this game? Do we have the space that allows us to experiment a little bit? Then it's truly not a big deal.
All right, we do have some other stuff. Dan's finding it as it comes. About Shiloh. So we start with Shiloh.
Shiloh had, some bad. It's just have you talked to him and how are his spirits?
Oh, most definitely. He's my son. I'm proud of my kids, all of them, and I prepared my kids for any and everything that could possibly happen in life and in sports. That's part of fathering. That's part of parenting. That's part of having a relationship. So he is mentally where he needs to be, physically where he needs to be. We're praying that he gets another opportunity to go with a team. But if he doesn't, the plans have already been put forward to what he's going to do next. So Shiloh is a man of many talents. I don't know if you guys know, he's a man of many talents, and he's going to be straight. All the Sanders are going to be straight, with or without football. You better believe that. You better believe that. I take care of mine, and I've always have, and y'all know what I mean. You better believe that.
Okay. All right.
What bothered you about that one?
I don't know, man. If the kid's 25 years old, it's like, I already got a plan for him. And like, I think about my own kids. And my oldest son is 25. I got no plan for him. He's got his own plan. I don't know. What the hell do I got for him? I help him out the best I can. I don't sit there and I got a plan for him.
You think Tampa brings him back?
No.
Practice squad?
Well, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe. They could force a lot of pressure on a team maybe just to bring him back on the practice squad.
I don't think his NFL journey is done. Do I think he's going to end up on a 53-man roster? No, definitely not. But I would be surprised if he's not playing on a practice squad this year.
At least this year, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but Prime's got a plan for him, so no matter what, he's good, even if he's not playing in the NFL.
I told you the other day, he'd be on the sideline to see you.
You hate Prime. You secretly hate that dude so much.
I like Prime, but there's elements about him that do bug me. I'll be honest with you. So I do like him, and I'm glad he's here. But there's things about Sean Payton that drive me nuts, even though I really like him and I think he's a good coach. So that's just the way it is. I mean, you can feel both ways. You can be glad a guy's here, and still elements of him like you just roll your eyes at. Yeah, you're right. Prime can always put him on the payroll. He can always come back to see you. Shiloh's been a Nepo kid from the jump, so there's no reason that needs to stop.
There's your answer right there. that line right there.
It surprises me how angry you get, and then sometimes you're all in, but then you're like anger. The anger is what gets me.
There's quirks about Prime that I don't buy because I think it's phony and whatever, but I'm glad he's here, and I'm glad he's a coach. I don't mind. I'm not chasing him off or anything like that. I hope he stays here a long time. But I reserve the right to be annoyed, whatever. But you're right. You can always pay for him to be, on the sideline. You can always do that. You're prime. You got a lot of influence. I told you, man, I'm watching this Cowboys thing, and I'm watching Prime. I'm like, sometimes maybe you do forget how great he was as an athlete. He was one of the best athletes of all time. Of all time, period, the end. So he's got a lot of influence there. But you tell me what high-level D1 program, high-level, Shiloh Sanders is going to be a starter for. You tell me what that team is if it's not with his dad. Shedeur could have started for a lot of big teams. A lot.
Well, Shiloh was definitely good enough to be starting Division I football, dude.
Okay, what level? What
Division
team?
I.
For who?
I don't have specifics, but
Boise State.
I bet he could wreck it at UNC. I think he would be a really good at UNC. That's Division I.
Dude, you're nuts.
So I'm asking the question.
I'm trying to answer it. There's plenty. I mean, the levels of D1 from the Big Ten down to the Pac-12 that used to exist to freaking MAC football. I mean, there are so many levels of Division I football that he would have been an absolute star at. You put him in a MAC program, that dude would have been the best player on the football team.
Agreed. Do you think he could play in the Big Ten? Starter in the Big Ten?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay.
On a handful of teams.
Scotty, you think he was that good?
I think he was solid. I think was a smart football player, was a nice thumper. I'm trying to think Big Ten who was really bad the last couple of years.
Whatever. I got no beefs with Shiloh. He
Yeah,
seems
you
like,
do.
I don't. I actually don't. He seems like a nice kid. He gave his first game-worn shirt to his mom, which I thought was a nice gesture. Seems to have a good spirit with him. It's fine. I don't have a beef with him. He's going to play wherever he can play. Prime does bug me sometimes. I'm not going to lie.
He actually was a really productive player.
Okay,
like he was frustrating because he was kind of like the Kareem Jackson of college football that would get himself in bad situations with penalties, get kicked out of games and stuff like that because he was a thumper. But he really was a productive player at the University of Colorado.
Yeah.
So to act like he couldn't start somewhere else, well, he started at CU and he played pretty good.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
What is your problem?
I don't know. Prime's my problem.
Why?
Why are you sometimes annoyed at Sean Payton, even though at the end of the day you're happy he's here? There's nobody. There's no coach. There's nobody like that in your life, Tyler, that you're like.
I mean, Josh McDaniels, I guess.
Okay.
But you hated him.
Yeah.
Is he a good coach?
Yeah.
Does he know what he's doing?
Yeah, I mean, he's not a good head coach, but he is a good football coach.
Does he do things or say things that just bug you?
Yeah, I hate the dude.
Well, okay.
But I'm not afraid to admit it.
Well,
you dance this line that is like not. It's like you don't even really dance it. You're so far on one side, but then you try to come back and be like, no, I actually kind of like the guy.
Well, because I'm happy he's the coach, but I don't personally know Prime. I've never talked to him. I've never been in front of him. I've never asked him a question. I don't know him at all.
So yours is all from a level of perception, and sometimes perception can be your reality.
I think there's times with Prime that he is just. It's just the way it's just some things. But I'm pulling for CU, man. I want them to win. I got no beefs with it whatsoever. Hearing that you have a plan for your 25-year-old, other than, hey, man, the kid's going to live his life and I'll support him, is a weird thing to me. Like, at what point do you just let your kids go and have their own lives? That's where I'm coming from on that. That feels weird to me. That I don't even know. I literally don't know any dad who would say something like that. I don't know anybody that would say something like that. Do you guys?
I think there's a lot of dads that try to help their kids.
I
think there's a lot of dads that try to influence their business decisions. I think there's a lot of dads that do networking for their kids that are fresh out of college. I think there's a lot of dads that line up their first 10 interviews. I think that there's a lot of dads that literally got them their first 6-figure job. So, yes, okay. I think that there's millions of dads that literally have handheld their kids' way to get a high-paying job if they've got the ability to do that.
All right, I don't know. I don't know any.
You're probably right. If ends in football, you're drunk.
Okay, well, I don't know any. So you know hundreds of those guys, then that's cool. I don't know anybody.
I'm just using common sense here. I mean, if I'm a millionaire and I've got the ability to get my kid a 6-figure job, I'm probably going to help my kid get a 6-figure job.
I know a ton of dads that are Prime's age with kids his age, I don't know one of them that's ever said, I got a plan for my son that we're implementing.
Well, first off, he said he's got a plan.
Prime said it. I've got a plan. He's got a plan.
No, he said he's got a plan.
I'll play again, man, if you want to hear it.
Did you say I've got a plan?
Yeah.
Some bad. It's just have you talked to him and how's his spirits?
Most definitely. He's my son. I'm proud of my kids, all of them, and I prepared my kids for any and everything that could possibly happen in life and in sports. That's part of fathering. That's part of parenting. That's part of having a relationship. So he is mentally where he needs to be, physically where he needs to be. We're praying that he gets another opportunity to go with a team. But if he doesn't, the plans have already been put forward to what he's going to do next. So Shiloh is a man of many talents. I don't know if you guys know, he's a man of many talents, and he's going to be straight. All the Sanders are going to be straight, with or without football. You better believe that. You better believe that. I take care of mine, and I've always have, and y'all know what I mean. You better believe that.
The plan's already been put in place.
Whatever. Dumb conversation.
I don't know many billionaires that are not paving the path for their kids. I don't know many 1%ers that, and that's what Deion Sanders is, that are not literally paving the path for their kids.
Okay.
Not that I know any billionaires, but
yeah.
But okay, we could look at the fans. Dmac, if you want to play that game, do you want to follow the path of the billionaires that we do know?
No,
do
I do not.
Do you want to look at their kids and what they started
no,
doing?
You win.
I mean, seriously.
You got it. I'm not. That's a silly conversation, anyways. I don't care. It caught me by surprise, and I don't really care. So it's not that big of a deal.